Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. Warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
3D movie time capsule
for 2022.
Hello. This is Adolf, and I have with me Classic Jake.
Howdy, folks.
And John.
Hey, everybody.
And we're recording this on January 22nd, 2023. And it's been a few weeks since 2022, so that means we could go back and, we have a little bit of time to rest and from the holidays, and we could now look back at the movies that were and have a little bit more perspective, and maybe we changed our minds on some movies. Maybe we like some movie more, maybe we like things less. And John, we don't know your opinions on many of these movies, so it's going to be exciting to hear them.
Yeah, I joined after a lot of these were released, so thankfully I was able to see a fair amount at home. But yeah, I'd like to talk about them.
So we got a whole bunch of statistics before we get into the 2022 for fun.
Okay.
You sound scared.
Yeah, I always get these wrong.
All right. So, do you want to guess how many total movies we watched, 3D movies we reviewed on the website in 2022?
I would guess 10.
All right, John?
Yeah, I was going to say 12.
John is the winner. We got 14, actually.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow.
That's good. Yeah.
When I underestimate and it's actually been more, that's always a good sign.
And you want to guess the average point score we gave all the movies if you average them out together? John?
Oh, 7.
All right. Jake?
That would be hilarious if it's 7. So I'm going to go with 7.
Well, gentlemen, it is 7.7. How do you like them apples?
That's pretty funny.
That's good.
Now, if you take out the 3, we got 3 re-releases, which was Avatar, Jaws, and Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
If you take those out, average is at 7.4, but still, So the re-releases bumped it up a little bit, but not a lot. Now, if you want to compare that to Rotten Tomatoes and their scores, what do you think the Rotten Tomatoes score average was for the same movies? John?
For the 3D score or just the movie score?
Just the movie, because they don't do 3D.
Theirs is probably like 8.5 higher because the re-releases are well-liked movies.
All right. Jake?
Yeah, that's not, his reasoning makes sense to me, so I'm going to go with it.
All right. There were 75, so we're a little bit higher than the average from Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay. Oh, especially with Jaws being in there. I thought that would really swing it higher.
And it's 70.7 if you do not count the re-releases. All right. For 2022, we had no movies that got the score of weak 3D.
Well, that's a positive sign.
And on the reverse, we have 6 movies that got Editor's Choice 3D. And we have 1 movie that got Editor's Choice movie. Do you want to guess what person did the most reviews? Obviously not you, John, because you didn't write any reviews.
Right.
Jake, do you want to guess who made the most reviews?
Me?
Yep. All right, do you want to guess the number?
No. It felt like 1 million.
1 million?
6. 6 of the 14 are your reviews. And you carried the first half of the year. I did reviews there too, but you have, of the first year, you had Bad Guys, Doctor Strange, Lightyear, Thor, and Jaws all to yourself, and I had Minions and Jurassic World. So you carried it for the first half. Awesome job, Jake.
Yeah, and I'm getting rewarded by Regal by them not even having Last Wish in 3D.
Aw, that's which is great in 3D.
I know, I've heard, but it's literally not playing 3D in this state or in Washington or in, I don't even think it's Northern California.
It's not even around Portland or Seattle.
Nope.
Or are you too far from there?
No, normally I'm not, but except with a gas issue. But I was hoping they were going to start up the Bolt bus again, and I could just hop a bus for $10 and go hop into the city but they're not running the Bolt bus because of gas prices.
All right, Jake, what do you think your average score for all the movies is that you reviewed?
6.
Nope, 8.5.
Wow.
Well, geez, you had a positive year.
Yeah, I had a lot more positive view of the world than I thought.
I mean, in fairness, you did give out 2 10s, so it kind of messed up the whole average.
What were those, by the way?
Jaws and I know Jaws was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I don't think I gave Dawn of the Dead a 10, or did I?
You did.
Oh, I know I like it a whole lot.
So, yeah, my average score was 7.5. So, lower. What do you think was the lowest rated animated movies that we reviewed?
Well, for me, it would be A Strange World.
All right, John, what do you think?
Maybe Minions.
You're both right.
Jeez.
It's a tie. I wrote the review for Minions. I gave it a 6, and Jacob did the review for that Strange World and gave it a 6. But Jake, you don't like Strange World at all, so that's even lower for your end, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it either.
So, we'll go down the list of the movies that you reviewed and I reviewed, and we'll talk about them briefly before we go into like the whole number each individual month.
Yep.
So, The Bad Guys, you gave it an 8 out of 10, good 3D. Do you still feel about that?
Yep.
John?
Yeah, I have to be truthful. It is not a film I've seen yet.
Oh, it's great. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I have across the board have read good things about it, in general, but I have not seen it yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just one of those nice surprises.
Yeah, DreamWorks really hit out of the park this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had great success with animation this year.
Now, Jake, you gave it an 8 out of 10, and you stand by that. What do you think Rotten Tomatoes gave it?
Oh, I'm figuring it's probably in the 70s. Just something tells me that audiences didn't respond to it as positively as I did.
Well, talking about the critics of Rotten Tomatoes, not the audiences. So, the critics gave it an 88%.
Ah.
So your review is spot on with the rest of the critic base.
Okay, that's kind of weird, but hey.
It's kind of fun I think it's fun to compare our,
Mm-hmm.
It's a good practice it's not good practice, but it's interesting. We try not to compare ourselves to other reviewers, and we don't really want to see other reviews before we do our own. So it's interesting to see if people agree or disagree. So, all right. How much money do you think it made in the U.S. box office?
25 million?
All right. John, what's your number?
U.S. Actually, I think it was more successful than that. I'm going to say like 75.
All right. If you combine them together, you're almost right.
It was over 100, huh?
About 97.
Okay.
Wow. That's good news. Means we might get a sequel.
All right. You gave Jake, Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness, Editor's Choice 3D, and an 8 out of 10. Do you still feel that way?
Well, since I haven't re-seen it in 3D, I'm going to say, even though I'm not definitely intimately remembering the 3D, but I'm definitely going to say, yeah, I still enjoy it. Still think it was worthwhile. Still think Sam Raimi basically knocked it out of the park. Basically. I mean, it's not a perfect movie, but I had a blast with it.
John, what are your thoughts on?
Yeah, I do, and I have the 3D home version for it, and the 3D is definitely editor's choice. It's excellent. The disc is really good. I agree as far as Raimi goes. I think the people that don't necessarily get him might not have liked the film as much, but I thought it was actually one of the highlights of Phase 4, which is for the most part seen as a kind of a failure, a letdown for Marvel. So, I'd give it probably an 8 for me, and I've watched it numerous times since the theater, and it really holds up. It's different in the best possible way for Marvel.
Yeah, I actually watched the first time in 2D because the stupid movie theater didn't work, and then the second time I watched it in 3D, and I don't quite love it as much. Maybe my theater wasn't perfect, but it was still great for me. So, what do you think the Rotten Tomatoes score was for it? Higher or lower than your score?
I would say the audience is much lower.
All right.
It's all a trash talking.
John?
Yeah, I'd say the audience is lower because I do think you've got to kind of you got to like Raimi's style to really appreciate it. But the audience, they did love the Fantastic Four, the Illuminati stuff. So it's probably in that 70% range.
All right. 74%.
There you go.
Oh, and this podcast will have spoilers, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about a whole year ago, so
It's fine.
Should go without saying.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to guess the box office in U.S. box office? How much it made?
Yeah. Well, I bet it was like 400.
All right. Jake?
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to go 350.
All right. The person without going over is John, 411.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know it was close to $1 billion worldwide, and I didn't think I knew it did make 500 in the U.S., so it was close.
All right. Next movie, I reviewed Jurassic World Dominion. I gave it good 3D, which I wanted to give it higher, but it wasn't. And I gave it a 7 out of 10, which I felt like now I probably should have given it a 6. But I had fun. It was so stupid, but I had fun. John, what's your thoughts on Jurassic World?
Yes, I didn't see 3D in the theater. Didn't have it. I have seen 3D on the home release, and the 3D's average at best. The movie, I probably would be 6. There are some spots. The chase scene with the velociraptors through the town and on the roofs and stuff like that was a highlight. But for a movie where I was so thrilled to see the original cast again, the legacy cast, it just seemed like it wasn't sure what kind of movie it wanted to be. It was all over the place, and probably the weakest of the Jurassic World movies for me. So I'd give it a 6 for a movie.
All right, Jake?
5.
All right. You want to guess the Rotten Tomatoes score? Is it higher or lower than my review?
God, I don't even know, because it's like people freak me out about dinosaur movies.
Remember, this is the critics, not the people. This is the critical score, average.
I would say in the 50s.
All right, John?
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. It's in the 50s because people were, I think like me, expected like not out of the park and didn't get it.
Nope. This is one of the few reviews that are I am completely out of the loop of the rest of the critics because it got 29% on Rotten Tomatoes.
In the 20s?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, dinosaurs looked cool. I mean,
Yeah, no, like I said, some of the scenes were really strong. It's just the story was all over the place, but
yeah. Well, the whole series has never had what I would call great writing.
no, I mean, I would consider the first one the second best Jurassic Park movie. I think it's even better than, Spielberg's Lost World. But when they went cloning with the girl in the second one and then it carried over to this one, I think it lost a lot of people.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying, the cloning, I'm like going, if they could do that, why would they be messing with these dinosaurs?
Right. Yeah. The dinosaurs are the least of their worries if you can clone people.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like going and trying to auction them off for like a tenth of what it cost to create them.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they didn't pay for it, but I'm like going, damn, you're leaving money on the table. I'm like going.
Yeah, I mean, the next storyline is like the Next Generation one where about, what is that? I forget the name of the episode, but where Data is basically goes on trial whether he's Federation property or he's, which episode I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's where the storyline could go, because you have all these clones and like, are they people? Are they slaves? What are they?
Yeah, exactly.
Measure of a Man.
Measure of a Man. That's it. Yep, that's a great episode.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, yeah, the ending, of course, I thought was laugh out loud hilarious. I was crying laughing at the theater because, they show all these video clips of dinosaurs living together in harmony with humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The problem is you weren't supposed to be laughing.
Yeah. I was waiting for it to get a dinosaur going again. Alan!
Like on the airplane.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my!
It's just seeing those dinosaurs swim at the whales. It's like, no, they're gonna eat the whales.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No way the whales could defend themselves. No way in hell.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next movie, Lightyear. Jake, you gave it a good 3D and a 7 out of 10. Do you still feel that way about Lightyear?
Yeah. I get made fun of and beaten up and mocked, but yeah, it's still an okay movie.
All right, John, what are your thoughts on Lightyear?
Okay, so I did not see this in the theater. When the movie came out, the 4K disc came out to rave reviews for the quality of the disc, not the movie, just the visual.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought the disc. I still haven't watched it.
Aww.
So I'm not sure if that's a bad sign or not. Take it for what it's worth, but I still have not watched it yet. So I have to do that. But I'm it came out in what's August or September or something. So
yeah, the movie's okay. I think the biggest problem with it is the same problem that's with Solo.
Who cares?
Audiences want what they want, and they did not want Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear.
No, they have no idea why his voice would be different. It should be based on the real person.
Exactly. The whole premise was so bungled. If they had wanted to go with such a convoluted premise, they needed to have an introduction scene with Andy going to the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it, but that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and the big spoiler at the end of that movie too was just like, stop it! You're being too cute by half. Stop it! This is stupid. Yeah. So it just pissed me off. Socks the Cat stole the show from everything.
Yeah, the cat was awesome. The twist didn't bug me. I mean, it's like, whatever.
The other thing. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, that's why it got a 7.
All right, do you want us to spoil this, John? You don't care?
No, I don't care. The only thing I was going to say is I remember the first time I saw the trailer for that, and I thought that looks cool. And then I saw the trailer 800 times in the theater. It played forever, and by the time it came out, it was almost like I was on burnout, and I didn't care anymore. It seemed to backfire how much they pushed it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I still haven't seen the new Dumbo because I just can't, because I'm so burnt out from the trailer.
All right, so we're gonna spoil Lightyear here. So the whole plot is Buzz Lightyear and they get stuck on a planet, and then they try to go around the planet and like time travel to get off of it. And they're not able to do it, but then eventually he is able to do it, and then he travels into the future, like 30 years or something in the future. And they're like, well, we've already been living here for 30 years, so who cares? We don't really need to go out. And he was like, I want to go out. I want to do this. And then eventually he gets attacked by Zurg, and we find out that Zurg is him from another future. And he's trying to stop him from becoming that person that he is. So he's trying to stop, a future version of him is trying to stop him in the past from becoming him in the present.
Oh, it seems pretty convoluted for a kid's movie, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they got convoluted. Yeah. They were being cute. Hey, I may, when thinking about this, I may change my review. I may change my score.
well, I'm going to talk you into it, and I've never even seen the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go with 5. Yeah.
No, it's a
5.
good movie. It's a good movie. It's just, it's 2 cube and a half. It's a little bit long.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's fine. It's a good movie. Just, I saw it at home and I didn't mind seeing it at home, and it was fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't been mocked this hard since liking Dark Phoenix.
Oh my.
Oh, before we forget, Jurassic World Dominion, how much do you think you made that in box office? In the US? John?
$390.
All right, Jake? Higher or lower than John, I guess?
400.
Lower, 376 for Jurassic. But it made $1 billion worldwide, so. And Lightyear, what do you think the box office was for Lightyear? John?
Domestic? Yep. Oh, it was 120.
All right, Jake?
100.
All right. Doing Price is Right rules. Jake is right because it was 118.
Oh my! I'm 2 million off. Dang! I should get a prize for that. Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah. The Rotten Tomato score was 74, so you're pretty much on the ball when it came out. All right, Minions: Rise of Gru. I gave it a 6. I gave it good 3D. I wish the 3D was better for me. I wanted it to be better. It could have been better. Maybe my theater wasn't great. I don't know. But the movie itself wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. John, did you watch it?
Yeah, I did not. I have not seen it. I apologize. Nope.
Jake, did you watch this?
Nope, and I do not apologize.
Yeah, someday I will watch Lightyear. I will not be watching Minions. I won't lie about that.
All right. Well, Minions got a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's made $369 million in the U.S. And it wasn't as bad as they actually have some good characters, but the Minions themselves are still annoying as hell. But like they have cool characters, and the bad guys are like 70s vibe. It's cool.
Yeah. So basically, they learned all the wrong lessons from the Despicable Me movie.
Oh, and of course, Lightyear being 118. Do you think Disney's happy about that?
No, because it costs $300 to make.
And the last Toy Story 4 made $1 billion. Toy Story 3 made $1 billion. Yeah, Toy Story franchise is dead in the water, I think now, or at least Lightyear franchise.
Yeah.
Minions definitely keep going because that's made over $1 billion or almost $1 billion, not quite in that range.
Yeah.
All right, next one is the first controversial movie here. Thor: Love and Thunder. Now, Jake, you gave it great 3D and 8 out of 10. Do you still stand by that?
I'd probably go with a 7.
All right. John, I don't think you've heard your thoughts on Thor.
I couldn't see 3D in the theater. I've seen 3D at home. The 3D is good, typical Marvel 3D. I give it a 5 out of 10.
You don't like it one bit, huh?
I do not. I don't want my Thor to be a comedian. I want my Thor to be the God of Thunder, and he's only the God of Thunder in this movie, in my opinion, about a third of the time. Ragnarok pushed me against the limit. I like Ragnarok. Had enough comedy, but enough real. This was just too over the top for me with Thor. They finally had kind of an interesting villain that they didn't handle well, but it was actually interesting. I didn't like the take of Russell Crowe with Zeus. I like the idea of bringing back Natalie Portman. I liked that. So it's not like I'm against that. Tika went too far with the comedy side for me. So.
What, you don't think the goats were funny every single time they cried?
No, the first time it was funny, but then I was like, okay, it's enough. I'm done. The kids at the end getting all the power. I still don't even understand how that happened. There's like just lots of stuff. It looked pretty. There's no doubt, but yeah, I'm not a fan of it. No.
I've only seen it once, but I overall I still agree mostly with Jake. I really liked this. I thought it was fun. So. Jake, do you think you still feel about an 8, or are you lower or higher, or the same?
Probably a 7.
All right, and Rotten Tomatoes score. What do you think that is? John?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's lower, because I don't know anybody that liked this movie as well as I did.
All right, John.
No, yeah, it's probably in the high 60s though. I bet.
All right, Jake.
I'm guessing the 50s, because the way some people were trashing this movie.
All right.
Hard.
Using Price is Right rules without going over. Jake won 63.
What? All right, Price is Right sucks, and I've had enough of it.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
How much money do you think it made?
Not much.
No, domestic, it was in the 300s, I think.
All right. John, Jake, do you have a guess?
I would say 250.
All right. John, 343. So it did pretty good. Not great, but not bad.
No, it was 800 worldwide or something, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, if they make these, they any of these movies they make for within under 200 million. I mean, they're going to make their money. It's just a matter of how long it extends the brand. I think is the real issue, more so than making a profit off of the movie. But
yeah, and how quick Marvel fans turned on Taika Waititi is just amazing. I mean, he went from being the godsend of Marvel to they just ran him out on a rail. I mean, It was just mind-boggling.
I mean, I liked Ragnarok. I didn't love it. I have friends who that's like one of their top 5 Marvel movies. But yeah, and even those people were kind of like, this is a little too much, I think.
And
like I said in my review, it reminded me of one of those old Ealing British comedies, which is a real particular taste in comedies. I mean, it's a particular style. And I think he went that way with it because of how dark the movie was. I think that's why he went over the top with some of the silliness, was to try to balance it with the death and mayhem and stuff.
And stealing children and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I still would have wanted to see Gore kill more gods. I know it sounds terrible, but it would have been better for the story to actually have him shown more as a threat than just killing the one first god, which we didn't carve out.
Yeah.
Kill that god of sushi or whatever.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's not sushi. It was of.
Oh, I want to see this god of sushi die. That would be hilarious. Could be a giant koi.
It's a god of like a pastry, right? I don't know. But yeah, that moon scene though in black and white. Oh, I love that scene. IMAX 3D, gorgeous.
Yeah, there were some great visuals in it. Even when like they attacked the village and how they had the monsters going through taking the kids. And Christian Bale is excellent, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I also feel like they definitely deleted some scenes. I don't know. It's maybe on the Blu-ray, John, because I feel like we did not get enough of Natalie Portman in there.
yeah, I'd have to go back and check. It's been a little while since I've watched it. The main reason I got it is because I wanted to see it in 3D. I don't think I went through the extras on that when I watched that part, but yeah, I would have been happy with more of her in it.
Because, I feel like we definitely wanted to see her get the powers and feel, that scene was missing huge,
Yeah.
how she reacted to first getting the powers and, feeling that way.
Most of Phase 4 movies were missing something. I mean, it just felt they were just out of sorts. I mean, Shang-Chi was probably one of the few to me that didn't feel that way.
No, other than Spider-Man, that was my favorite. And I like Doctor Strange, but I would watch that one before any other Phase 4 movies.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
I love that one. I gave it a 10 and I still stand by it.
Yeah, I would give it the exact same grade. The bus scene, the scaffolding fight and stuff is it was just awesome.
Dreams. It's why I watch 3D movies.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
So Thor, I don't know. Maybe if I rewatch it, I won't like it as much as I did, but I digged it when I watched it. And I don't know what the hell they're going to do with the girl, how that's going to play into anything. Because they can't just drop that.
They can. And
they can.
One of the big,
Go ahead, Jake.
I mean, it's one of the problems 4 has. It introduced so many things and never followed up. And I think a lot of stuff that we saw in Phase 4, they're never going to follow up on because they're just going to see it as, it didn't make money. They're not really, I don't think they're going to really consider that much the circumstances of why they should have not put out as much stuff in Phase 4 because Phase 4 had no follow-up to anything.
Yeah, if we never see that girl again, I'll be more than happy. I don't think it's needed. To your point, there's so much, and even the Eternals, which is many people consider one of the worst Marvel movies. I'm not so sure I do, but there's a lot of ideas there that they could grow. I'd much rather see that than anything from Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to do a Young Avengers and they needed another character shoehorning her in there.
But they could, yeah.
But I could also see them just ignoring her as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I 100% think that next time we see her, she'll be like a teenager. She's not going to save that kid age.
Yeah, well, I mean, she literally won't be, because they'll make it too far apart. They'll have to do it that way.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is a oldie but a goodie. Jaws. You gave it good 3D and a 10 out of 10. Do you still stand by that?
Oh, yeah. There's nothing's going to shake my faith in Jaws. Hey, watch the movie. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. It's a testament to ingenuity and the skills of Steven Spielberg.
John?
I agree exactly with everything Jake said, if not even stronger. One of my
movies better than the book.
Top 5 movie all time. I saw it twice in the theater, one time in 3D, and then I went and saw it in IMAX because the IMAX showing wasn't in 3D. The movie's a 10. The 3D was surprisingly good given, the age of the movie, but it's one of the best movies ever. Mm-hmm. One of Spielberg's best ever. Robert Shaw with an all-time performance. Favorite character maybe ever. So it's I could talk about. We could do a show on Jaws, and I'd be thrilled.
Yeah, exactly. The monologue.
Yeah, Indianapolis monologue is.
Oh my God, it's nightmare fuel.
Yeah, the fact that he was pretty much drunk the whole time he shot the movie.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Uh-huh.
And the whole discussion about closing up the beach felt so relevant after COVID.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it did have that.
Yeah, exactly. It just felt even more. I could relate to it even more.
Yeah, I went to college up in Rhode Island, and you know, I know people that kind of grew up in some of these areas where it took place and actually where it was shot up there and stuff. And it's I mean, Spielberg got everything right. It's amazing how good that movie is. I always find something new. Dreyfuss is outstanding as well. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
let's just talk about Jaws.
Yeah.
I mean, the mayor too. I remember the first time I saw it was at home on DVD, and then it was like, this is the first time I've seen it in theater, so I was excited. And like the mayor, he was a bad guy, and then now it's like the way he actually explains things. It's like, you know what? This is not that terrible. It really isn't. I mean, you know, shark attacks do happen. It sucks, but you know, it happens usually once every, you know, a blue moon kind of thing. They're not that common. So I can understand his viewpoint, but you know, it's a good balance of the two ideas of safety and not, you know.
Well, he's a bad guy, but he's not, because he's not doing it for selfish reasons per se. He is doing it for the town. Now, you could argue he's doing it to save his job, but he's not wrong in what he's saying. These people, without the tourism, you know, they're in welfare, and being in welfare then was much different than it is now, or at least the perception, I think, to some degree. So it was very timely. It's just so good, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you regret not giving it Editor's Choice Movie Award, Jake?
I didn't think we gave Editor's Choice to movies. I thought we just gave it to the 3D.
3D, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I guess you forgot about that, but yeah, that's an option to always.
Yes.
I didn't think the 3D was up to being Editor's Choice.
Okay.
No, agreed. It was not. You're right about that.
Well, no,
But it is definitely well worth revisiting this movie in 3D just to see the conversion. I thought it was really good, especially for a movie that was not shot with any thought of ever being in 3D.
Yeah, and the other thing that movie does, it's a lesson on how music can establish so many moods, maybe better than any movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, and how to make a broken shark mechanical look scary.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yes, you can put on top of your 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 a Editor's Choice Movie Award. If you're signaling that this is a very special movie, it needs to be highlighted. It's not just, you know, you could do that, and that's possible.
Okay, sure. Jaws deserves it.
All right.
Yes.
So definitely, because like I said, this is one of the greatest movies ever made in the history of cinema.
All right. What do you think? How much money did you think it made box office in this
all time
run?
or just this run?
This run. Jake, go ahead. Put your number.
75 million.
All right, John.
Yeah, I don't think there's as many people as smart as Jake and I. I'm going to say 40.
All right, it is 5 million.
What?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
God, no wonder our country is in the crapper.
And nobody cared. Nobody cared about this release. I went to see it and loved it, and I was like the 1 or 2 people in the theater, and it just.
My word! I went by myself, and then I went back and took my wife and youngest daughter. And I mean, what kind of parent would I be if I didn't show my daughter Jaws in the theater if I could? Jeez, 5 million. That's it.
And the Rotten Tomatoes score, it was 97%, which is pretty damn close.
Yeah, it should be higher than that, though. But
yeah, I want to know who that 3%. Well, they say a certain number of a population are clinically insane. I think we've got proof of that.
Yeah, it's clearly 3%.
Yeah.
All right. The next movie here is a Bollywood import, which is quite rare for United States releases.
Yeah, especially in 3D.
Especially in 3D. Jake, you know what movie this is, right?
Yeah, Brahmaster.
Part 1, Shiva.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was just being hilarious, but I'm trying to actually pronounce this the Ba Mastra.
So, John, did you watch this?
I did not. I think maybe my first or second podcast with you guys, we talked about this though, but I've never seen it.
So, Jacob did the review. He gave it Editor's Choice 3D. I think, Jake, you watched it. I didn't watch it. So, do you agree? You still agree that was one of the best 3D of the year, maybe?
Yeah, it was great 3D. I was really impressed because most of the Bollywood 3D I've seen has been pretty bad, but this was top notch.
And the movie itself, Jake?
Was not bad. I mean, it's Bollywood and Bollywood tropes, but it had a lot going for it. It moved. I thought it was pretty accessible. I thought it explained itself enough that people who aren't familiar with the culture could follow along.
So what would you give it? I think you gave it originally a 6, and Jacob gave it a 5. But you still feel 6 is good?
Yeah, because, I mean, it does run a little long. Some of the tropes, I think, will irritate people. They irritate me a little bit, but it's got a lot going for it. I mean, it's well worth checking out, especially in 3D.
All right. It got a 52% Rotten Tomatoes, and it made $7 million in the U.S. box office.
Okay, I'm sure it's a fine film, but the fact that it made more than Jaws re-release is sad.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to another re-release. First Avatar movie, re-released in 4K and a cleaner look. Jacob gave it Editor's Choice. That was his first time watching it. He gave it a 7 out of 10. I still love Avatar. I really enjoy going back to the theater and seeing that in 3D again. And it kind of you kind of just love it again, seeing it in 3D, and it's like so beautiful. John, what are your thoughts on the original Avatar?
Yeah, I would. I'd give it Editor's Choice for 3D. The re-release looked excellent on IMAX, and I mean it did when it came out. 13 years ago, I guess, but even better. And I'm 8 of 10. I do love Avatar. I've watched it many, many times, and I know the story's simple, but most of Cameron's are, quite frankly. But it's very good. You are immersed in that world, like very few movies are able to do, and I really enjoyed it.
All right, Jake.
7 out of 10. Editor's Choice 3D. 3D is jaw-droppingly good.
All right. It got 82% Rotten Tomatoes, and it made approximately $24 million in the re-release.
So it didn't push it over to $3 million yet.
All right. Another oldie. This time, this is a movie that I watched the first time. Dawn of the Dead. You gave it good 3D and a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, definitely agree with. Good 3D, I agree with too. I wish it was better, but definitely it was nice. It was fun watching this in theaters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love this movie. I mean, I just think it's one of Romero's best. I think more people saw this as their first Romero zombie movie than Night, because this came out theatrically before Night of the Living Dead started playing on television.
John, what are your thoughts on Dawn?
Yeah, I wasn't able to get to the theater. I've seen it. I've not seen it in 3D, but I do like this movie. I actually like Snyder's remake as well. But as far as rewatchability, I would probably watch this over Night. Although Night is fun as well, but yeah, I would agree. It's probably Romero's best movie.
Mm-hmm. And I like this enough that I've seen multiple cuts of this multiple times.
And the Rotten Tomatoes score is 93% for Dawn of the Dead, which is pretty damn high.
Oh, wow, that's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, first-time viewer for me, I really did enjoy it. I give it a 10 as well. I enjoyed that they didn't have that many tropes that now I'm used to. Like, I feel like for the most part, the main cast did everything smart. Like, they didn't do stupid, risky things. They're like, well, we need to go out and get food, but we could live up here. And they were living up there for like, what, years, maybe?
Yeah.
Until the Becker game came and ruined everything.
Yeah.
It's interesting when you watch some of these. Like if you go back and watch a night, I remember the first time I saw it a couple of years ago because I just wasn't familiar with it. I mean, it pretty much has just made the genre. All the tropes are based on that.
Yeah.
And I think Romero's got a lot of stuff like that where people have taken it all from him.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea what the box office was for this. I did look it up on Box Office Mojo, and I guess because it was a exclusive to Regal, Regal did not provide the information. But I think they did, put it up for like another week because it was supposed to be only for Halloween time. And they put up another week, so maybe you did something, but we have no idea. It's up to Regal to tell us that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame that it wasn't more of a little bit wider release.
I mean, it's a great timing.
I was just happy that we got a 3D movie on this big screen.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to question why. I was just going to watch.
We had no idea that was going to come out either.
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise. Unlike Last Wish not getting a screening anywhere near me.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for you.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll
get to that eventually. All right, next up is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Or Wakanda Forever Black Panther. Whatever, same thing. I give it good 3D, 9 out of 10. I really, really enjoyed this movie. The 3D I thought could have been better, but not bad. John, your thoughts?
Yeah, the 3D was good. It had the unfortunate position of seeing Avatar Way of the Water before it. So the 3D trailer. From the trailer to this was really a drop in 3D quality, especially underwater stuff. But it was good 3D. It was great to have it on the big screen. Obviously, the 3D a movie. I'm probably at a 7. There were things I really liked, and then other things that were just not what I would have wanted. But not bad. I like how they. Suri, I liked her taking over the mantle. Could have happened differently for my taste, but I'm glad to see Angela Bassett getting the award recognition for her role in this. Because I think I remember us talking about it. I think we all said how good she was, and it's nice to see the so-called critics and Academy acknowledging somebody playing a great part in a comic book movie.
Yeah. And she was awesome. She definitely deserved, more, that and more scores. Who knows if he'll get an Academy Award? But I don't care about that.
Yeah, and I was really impressed with the take on Namor.
Yeah, I really liked Namor. I thought it was really interesting how they had the Spanish ties to him and the Mayan ties, and it made it really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they made him totally different from Aquaman. They made him completely different than Bill Everett's origin. That didn't bother me, the change, because I thought if you're going to change, make it good, and they made it good. They gave him real reasons, not just bipolar asshole.
Yeah. He had legit motivations that you understood. And staying away from Atlantis, I think, was a real smart decision on Marvel's part.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of people don't realize this, but Namor, his Atlantis origin was a recon by Stan Lee in the 60s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I knew
that. The original Namor didn't come from Atlantis. Was never stated where he was from. I'm serious.
Okay. And it made 436 in U.S. box office. So that was the biggest grossing comic book movie in the U.S. for 2022.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right. Next up is... Oh, before we drop off from Wakanda Forever, definitely love Namor. And I was surprised they were able to get it done without Boseman. I wasn't thinking that they would be able to figure out a way of doing it, but they were able to make it work. So, All right, this next one, Strange World. Jacob reviewed this, gave it Editor's Choice 3D. I got to see it in 3D. I thought it was great. 3D, gave it a 6. I probably agree with that. John, have you watched Strange World?
I have not, no.
Okay. And you probably will never see it on 3D Blu-ray because I think Disney's quite embarrassed of it.
Probably not.
Which is a pity because even though I had an initial knee-jerk hate reaction to this, part of me says, maybe I should give this another chance.
So, Jake, you hate it. You gave it a 4. I think we did our podcast, right?
Yeah.
You still feel a 4, or maybe a 5, or you don't know yet. You have to see it again.
Maybe a 5.
All right. Do you want to guess the Rotten Tomatoes critical score for it? John?
Oh, probably in the 30s.
All right, Jake?
I'm going to go 40s.
Both way off. 72.
What?
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
And you want to guess the box office? Jake, I'll let you go first on that one.
100 million.
All right, John?
Worldwide.
Worldwide, I don't know about worldwide, but John? U.S.
U.S. domestic, it was 40.
Well, Price is Right rules screw you over again. John?
What? Damn that game.
36. So.
Oh my word.
But 36 is horrible for Disney.
Yeah, that's like lose your job bad. Those kind of numbers.
That's like Chicken Little numbers.
Yeah. That's Bob Iger comes back numbers. That's what that is.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, and worldwide, it made 72 million. So including domestic and international, it still made less than 75 million worldwide.
Yeah, that's an
incredible
fail. Yeah, it's an incredible failure.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for, Thanksgiving weekend, because that was always, Disney likes to put up their big animated releases around then, if not Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah. This should have went to streaming, and Turning Red should have went to theaters.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Avatar: Way of Water. I reviewed that. I gave it Editor's Choice 3D, which I kind of feel like you kind of have to.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I would. Anybody who said, "Oh, I don't like the 3D in this," I would immediately take them to an optometrist to get their vision checked.
Yeah. You just stop talking to them.
No, I figure they need medical intervention.
I gave it an 8 out of 10, and I've seen it now 3 times in theaters, and I agree. I think I got it on the money because I still think there's problems with it, but I still very much entertained, even the 3rd time in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
And I still feel vindicated that after 3 times in the theater, it's still 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
You want to guess how much it made in the U.S. in 2022?
In 22, not that much actually. Just in 22, maybe 150.
All right, Jake.
700 million.
401 in 2022.
Yeah, but it made most of that money in 23 though.
Well, 23 is hasn't been done counting yet, but yeah, apparently this is the 200 within the 3 weeks that it was out. It made 400 apparently. So.
Oh, no kidding!
Yeah,
Jeez.
and apparently more than half the box office is from 3D screenings.
Yeah, that's a really good sign.
Mm-hmm.
And Rotten Tomatoes score is 77, so I was right on the money to give that an 8.
Yeah, I give it an 8 as well. I mean, it's still the best. Those 2 movies are still the best immersive experience in the theaters when it comes to 3D. I don't think there's any question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I actually like this movie more than the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only real shot is it is a little too long. You do feel it in the middle there when the one sun is around the whale and some of that time. You feel the length a little bit. But other than that, it's outstanding. It's just so good.
Now, I think John
never
doubt James Cameron. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, don't.
I think you said, or maybe I heard it, that it feels like two movies, and I feel like now that I've seen it 3 times, before they get to the water Navi, that could have split that and that been movie 2, and then the part after they get to the water Navi in that part could have been 3, and that's like a big break. Like you just see them flying off into the sunset. And movie ends, and then movie starts again with them landing on the water, and having that, because it really feels like 2 whole movies packed in there, the whole story.
I wonder if they jammed them together, thinking that James Cameron wanted to at least get so much of the story told, just in case his movie bombed.
Yeah, I mean, he did talk like he was worried that he might not be able to do the other ones. So whether that's just talk or
some of the movies he had been producing did very well. Like Alita Battle Angel was disappointing. Yeah. I'm hoping that we're going to get a sequel because Avatar did so well. I mean, Immortal Engines, I could care less whether we see any more of that again.
Yeah, that was disappointing. But Alita I really enjoyed Alita. 3D is great in that too.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think it would be that great, and I loved it. And I was disappointed it didn't do better. But I'm hoping that I'm hoping Cameron directs, because his magic doesn't seem to quite pass on to audiences as a producer like Spielberg's has.
No, it doesn't.
And so he filmed apparently 2, 3, and 4 at the same time. Completed 3 entirely. So that's still coming out in next year. Which I am really wondering if Disney's going to be like, can we just push that up? Maybe. But apparently that's done. And 4 they haven't finished. They got some started on it, but I imagine Disney's going to say go ahead and make 4.
Yeah, the last release schedule I saw still had it December of 24.
Yeah, so we'll see if that changes, but definitely feel like it deserves its third movie, and if somehow the third movie flops, which I can't imagine now, I can't imagine that anymore. So if half the we'll see. All right, the last 3D movie that we reviewed was Puss in Boots: Last Wish. Have y'all seen this?
I have not.
I have not.
All right. I'm the only one that watched it. So Jacob reviewed it, gave it Editor's Choice 3D. I watched it in 3D myself. I loved it. I thought it looked great. I wouldn't go all the way like he did because he said something about the feather of Puss in Boots' feather coming in and out, and I didn't see it on my end. But I still loved it. And he gave it a 9 out of 10 plus Editor's Choice movie. And for me, I'm going all the way. I gave it a 10 out of 10 Editor's Choice movie. This is a perfect animated movie.
Wow. Okay.
It is hilarious. It is beautiful, and it is quite touching. And it's a story about death and having trying to live your last life. And it is quite. I read a review on IGN that said that it was a Logan of animated movies, and it really does feel like it.
Wow. Sounds like I'm hoping this gets a home video release so I can see this as intended.
And it's highly entertaining, very funny, imaginative, beautiful, awesome. I love it. The Rotten Tomatoes score, 95%.
Wow. Well, it sounds like a lot of people agree with you.
And it's only made about $55 million, so that's kind of sad. But that's part of being against Avatar, so.
Yeah. I mean, that's why there's no 3D screenings near me, because my theater that I go to all the time, the manager told me that they're only allowed to have one 3D movie at a time, and Avatar's bringing in the big bucks.
Yeah.
All right, so Jake, you say Doctor Strange is Editor's Choice, and you said Brahmastra is Editor's Choice.
Yeah.
And the original Avatar and the new Avatar is Editor's Choice.
Yeah.
So which one of those is the best one of all of them?
Oh, Avatar: The Way of Water is definitely the best 3D.
Okay. Now, this one's going to be hard. It's like picking your kidneys, which one's left and which one's right, the better one. You gave both Jaws and Dawn of the Dead 10 out of 10. Which one's better, Jaws or Dawn?
Jaws. Spielberg's a stronger filmmaker. I mean, honestly.
John, what do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. There's no question to me. Way of Water is the best 3D of the year in the theaters. And as far as a 3D movie, the best movie is Jaws. Yeah. Don't have to think twice about it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a recap of the 3D movies. Now we're to go through many 2D movies next. And just, if you have comments or, I'm just going to go through a bunch of the ones that are bolded here. We're going on, so January, the 355. Anybody watch this?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Look terrible.
That's why.
All right. Hotel Transylvania, Transformania. Anyone watch this?
Hell no.
No.
Yes. Sucked.
The
The worst one of the 4.
Yeah, knew it.
Scream 5? Nope.
Nope.
Yes, I did watch that.
How was that?
It wasn't bad. They're definitely doing the same thing everyone else is doing, trying to kickstart it with legacy characters. There was very similar to honoring horror movies and certainly the Scream movies. So I'd recommend watching it. I didn't see it in the theater, and I'm not upset that I didn't. I was happy to wait till I saw it at home. But it's worth watching, and the trailers are out for 6 that comes out, I guess, in a month or two here, and looks interesting. I'm not sure the direction they're going, but it's worth a watch.
Hotel Transylvania would have looked nice in 3D. That's a movie that maybe Sony has somewhere, but we're never going to see it. But yeah, because animated movies are easy to make in 3D, right? Relatively speaking.
Much easier for sure. Yeah.
Ice Age: The Adventures of Buck Wild. Nope.
Nope.
All right. Let's go into February. Jackass Forever. Yes.
No.
No.
It's quite hilarious. It's quite stupid. It's basically what you think it is, and it's fun.
Yeah, I figured I would eventually see it at home.
Moonfall. Yes.
I saw that at home. Yes.
Nope.
It is
stupid.
exactly what you think it would be, and yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Definitely would have looked cool in 3D though. What do you think, John?
Yeah, it would have. A lot of the stuff in space for sure. Yeah, the guy knows how to blow up a planet. He just has done it so many times, it's really not original anymore. So.
Yeah, it's so stupid, but I knew that coming in, and I had fun with it.
Yes, I would agree with that. Yeah.
All right. Apparently, a lot of people like this movie, but I haven't seen it. Kimmy on HBO Max. Nope.
I have not.
Liam Neeson's Blacklight. Nope.
No.
Death on the Nile. Yes.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's bad.
I keep meaning to. Is it bad?
Yeah.
Because the first film version isn't that great either.
I liked it. It is long. Yeah, you feel the length. There's some decent performance. The performances are okay. It's I liked it better than the other. What was his first? I guess Agatha Christie remake.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah, I like this. I like this better than that, but it's by no means a great movie or really good even.
Yeah, because the original book isn't as good as Murder on the Orient Express. So that's interesting that you think this is a better. So it sounds like it's something I might want to check out to see.
Yeah, in both films, the casts are really good. He casts really well. But yeah, I'm not. I don't know that you'll like it, but I think I would. It's worth 2 hours of your day.
It's just
Okay.
it's a little bit long for my take, and then some of how the mystery unfolded, I was like, I don't buy it. But that's just me.
Yeah, it's pretty convoluted.
Yeah, it was.
All right, this is a rom-com. Marry Me. Yes.
Nope.
No.
Owen Wilson, J-Lo. Ain't bad. It's all right. Fine. 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10 kind of movie.
Yeah, you're gonna be hard pressed for me to watch a rom com. I'm afraid. So.
You don't watch those with your wife?
No, I do not.
All right. Dog. Nope.
Nope.
No, I didn't.
Uncharted. Yes.
Yes.
Nope.
I like it.
I was like, I would have went to see it if it was in 3D.
Should have been.
It should have
should've
been. It would have been good in 3D, especially that airplane stunt scene, which was actually pretty awesome. Yeah, it's good. It's a poor man's, Raiders. But Tom Holland, I mean, I don't know how you can't
He's
like
too
Tom
young.
Holland. He's too young, but he's just charismatic. He's really good in it.
Yeah.
Wahlberg felt stiff to me in it. And it's convoluted, but it's fun.
Yeah, Wahlberg is kind of Wahlberg in every movie, though.
Yeah.
Except Boogie, but he can. I mean, Boogie Nights he acts really well in.
Yeah.
It's and the fighter, he's good in that. So he has the skill set. It's just I think the script has to really be there for him to get out of him what he has. But I enjoyed it. I'd watch it again. It's mindless fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a fun, stupid adventure that you're just like, yeah, that's fun. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
I'm not great, not maybe a 6, maybe, yeah, but not, hey, it's not terrible.
No, right, agreed.
All right, Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix. Nope.
No. No, he was offended you asked him.
All right.
I was like 5 minutes in. Nope. Boom.
Oh, wow. Okay, you did try to watch it. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Cyrano.
It's terrible.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. I would have if it played near me.
All right, Studio 666. No.
Yeah, I wanted to see that one too. I also did not screen.
Was that the Foo Fighters one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to see it too. I have not seen it. I did want to though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it looked fun actually.
Uh-huh. Kind of looked like a Scooby-Doo movie live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Batman. Yes, the Batman's great.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, loved it.
Definitely shouldn't have been 3D. I'm glad it wasn't.
No.
Way too dark
No.
for it.
Yeah, it was already hard enough to see some of the stuff. That was probably my biggest complaint. But that opening sequence in that movie was so good and so unexpected. Really liked it.
Patterson nailed it. He totally nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love everybody. I love all the gangsters. I love Penguin. Penguin, oh man, it's awesome. He did great.
Oh,
Penguin.
it's Colin Farrell's really redeemed. Since he went doing indies and stuff, he's come back strong.
Yeah, and Dano is great in it as well. I mean, not enough screen time, but when he's on, he's compelling.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Desi and Arnaz, I Love Lucy, a documentary on Amazon Prime. Yes.
I heard good things, but I didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
So there's 2 I Love Lucy movies that came out, both on Amazon Prime, and this one is a good one. The other one's not.
Okay.
The other one is just a thing called Lucy, I think it is, and that one is like with all the actors replaying the roles of different characters, but that one just doesn't work. This one does. This one is like an actual documentary with actually family members, and it really works. It's really sweet and a lot of good stories, and it really feels like it's a love letter to I Love Lucy, to Lucille Ball, and to Desi Arnaz. I absolutely loved it. All right. Turning Red. Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, it's on my list. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, I'm hoping this turns up in 3D release home videos because it deserves to be seen that way.
It definitely should have been a 3D release in theaters, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's sad that it didn't. It definitely resonates with a lot of people, and I think it's a really fun way to kind of have an analogy for periods, and I think it works really well for that. And I think it's cool to see something set in the 90s, and it's not, or in Canada too. And I like all the characters here. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
The Adam Project. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, saw that, liked it.
Like it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like a throwback to like The Last Starfighter or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I enjoyed it.
The kid was actually pretty good, not annoying.
He was.
And, Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds in every movie, but I still like him.
Yeah.
This could have been cool in 3D, I think.
Yeah.
X, did you guys watch this?
Did not.
Nope. Didn't play here.
Sequel
did, and I didn't see it either because why would I see the second movie when the first one doesn't play near me?
All right. This one is one of your favorites, Jake. I know it for a fact.
Yeah.
What is it? You can just
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It's an awesome movie.
I really like it.
I do
love
too.
This movie.
I regret not seeing it in the theater and only seeing it at home because it's so much fun.
Yeah. I think it could have been cool in 3D, but I don't, it's out there.
Oh, people who've seen it at home, do they digitize the butt plug like they did in the cinemas?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do, actually.
Okay, so.
Oh.
Because I don't know. I think that made it even funnier.
Oh.
Go ahead. How great is it that Short Round's getting all the love now after all these years?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, wow.
It's so great.
When are we going to get a Short Round's going to take over for Indy? I mean, I'm expecting that announcement.
Oh,
yeah, it's fun. No, it's just a great movie.
Uh-huh.
I gotta see it again. I do really like it, but I felt like it was just really it's an intense movie to kind of see at once. You kind of want to watch it again and again to kind of get the whole thing.
Yeah, and I'm hoping Jamie Lee Curtis gets some love for this movie too, because she was great.
She is great.
The IRS employee. Yeah, it was so different than what we normally see her in.
Oh, you mentioned censoring in the movie. Puss in Boots' Last Wish, they have censored curse words, and it's quite funny. Yeah, I was crying, laughing in the theater. It was just like, oh wow, they actually like censored it. And the scene is magnificent. It is quite hilarious and good use of beeps. It made sense for the movie. All right. Next up, Lost City. I liked it. Yeah.
Have not seen it.
I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it, as I don't remember it.
It's the Sandra Bullock movie, right?
Yes, with
Chen.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, didn't see it.
It has one of the best deaths of a character in a long time, and Daniel Radcliffe is fantastic here. It's hilarious. It's a fun ride. It's very much a cousin to Uncharted, but maybe a little bit better. But it's still stupid fun. It's a good time. Definitely watch it. All right, Morbius. Oh yes, you watched this.
Oh God, yes. Unfortunately,
yes, I did.
It's the first half. I said this before. It's not that bad, but the second half it gets really bad.
It's only worth seeing if you're a Matt Smith stan. He's awesome in this movie.
His shirtless dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he swung for the fences.
Well, I didn't think, and I still don't really, it's as bad as what some people say, but at the same time, it's not very good. But to be I'm like you, Jay. I mean, I've lived in the comic book world a long time. To see Morbius on the screen is just kind of mind-boggling to this day.
Yeah.
So that for that fact alone, I'll give it a couple points.
Yeah, and it should have been 3D.
Well, it would have been really dark for 3D though.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been shot as dark.
Yeah, maybe.
It also should have had a better script.
And it probably should have been rated R. I think that probably would have worked better.
Yeah, because it looks like they cut the hell out of this and really ruined any pacing this movie could have had.
Yeah, it should have gone like the route that the first Blade movie went.
Yeah.
That would have been better off. But yeah, it definitely wasn't good. But
and this whole Spider-Man and Venom references that make no damn sense at all.
Yeah. But hey, go watch the Tim Story Fantastic Four movies. I don't know that they're any better.
I would watch Morbius before I would watch those.
I would too. I actually would.
Yeah. So now some of these movies, if you're not a patron, we actually did recordings and have those on Patreon. So if you want more, you can go there. All right, Apollo 10.5, Space Age Childhood, Netflix. No?
Never. No.
Ambulance. Nope.
Yes, I did.
How was Ambulance?
Ambulance is Michael Bay at the most Michael Bay. I don't know that I'll ever watch it again. I wasn't a fan.
Is it stupid fun or no, not fun at all?
I mean, there's some good car chase stuff, but it's just, Jake Gyllenhaal is way over the top. There's a forced brothers who are of different races story that just doesn't, just cliched and just action to have it for action's sake kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm not a fan.
All right. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, yes.
Nope.
No.
It's really good. I like it. I dig it. It's fun. Jim Carrey is great.
I haven't seen Sonic 1 for that matter.
All right. Fantastic Beasts and the Secrets of Dumbledore, yes.
Nope.
Nah, that's the only. I didn't see that one. I saw the other Fantastic Beasts, but I have not seen that one yet.
Ain't bad. It ain't bad.
I was like, I would have saw it in 3D, but I was like, when locally the theaters did away with the change the seating where they were selling tickets right next to people and no masks. I was like, that's why I didn't go to the movies often this year.
All right.
Because do I really want to die seeing this movie?
It's not bad. I like it, but it's definitely kind of run out of gas, and they have a lot of stuff that is just kind of silly. It definitely could have looked great in 3D. The other movies look really nice in 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good at 3D at home too.
Yeah, I didn't think it was worth risking COVID for.
All right, this is a good one. The Bad Guys. Love The Bad Guys.
Yes. Loved it.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, it's a treat.
Yeah, I went to I actually made up for lost time that weekend. I joked that was my Good Friday.
Yeah, the animation's great. The voice acting's great. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, and it's just a cool adaptation of a really cool kids book series.
The Northman. Nope.
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
How was it?
Yes. Great.
Awesome.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the same guy who did The Witch, if you've seen that.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, he's a unique storyteller. It's really good.
Well worth seeing.
All right. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Nope.
Yep.
Yes. Great movie.
My second favorite movie of the year.
It's not my second, but it's in my top 5. Cage and Pedro are
Pascal,
awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's so awesome.
This is one of the best meta movies I've ever seen. It's just
Yeah.
so awesome. And
Yeah,
just so cool.
Yeah, my wife typically wouldn't watch a movie like that, and I made her watch it last weekend, and she even enjoyed it. It's really good. It's really good.
All right. And Liam Neeson's Memory.
Nope.
No, never even heard of it.
It's just another one of them being a badass, and I think this is the one on the train, I think, maybe.
Every time I see those commercials, I think I'll just pull out Taken and watch that, because that's really good.
All right. Obviously, we've seen this one, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Firestarter? No.
No, I did not see that. They were trying to restart that. I didn't see it.
Sharkbait?
Nope.
Nope.
Downton Abbey: A New Era.
Nope.
I did, because my wife's a Downton Abbey fan, so I watched it with her.
Oh, how was that?
If it's a beautiful looking film, I mean, especially if you have 4K, the disc is outstanding. If you like Downton Abbey, you'll love it. If you weren't a fan of that show and that type of movie, you won't miss anything. But I wouldn't watch it on my own. I watched it with her. But I enjoyed it. It was 2 hours. It wasn't bad.
Now, for someone who'd never seen any single episode of Downton Abbey, would I be able to enjoy it?
I would think you'd be highly confused with a lot of the characters. I've walked in and out of the room enough through over the years to know who the people kind of are, and I would just ask her quick if I had a question. But because I would watch the first movie. This is kind of like the second movie. I would watch the first movie first.
Okay.
But
this one is a direct to streaming on Disney Plus. Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. Yes.
Yes. Hell yes.
I did not see that.
Oh my God.
You got to.
Yes.
It is one. Yeah, this also ties for second.
Really?
Surprise movie of the year, maybe.
I gave this a 10.
No kidding.
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious. It is brilliant. I sat there
I just love how it should have been 3D. It would have been great in 3D.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And
this was like the biggest surprise of the year.
Yeah. And Chip and Dale is also we didn't even know this existed until like a month before it came out, and we're like, "Oh, this looks stupid. We're gonna watch this," and we're like, "This is actually damn good."
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think I did at all.
Yeah, it really feels like a successor to Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
And I give that the highest of praise, knowing that Roger Rabbit is such a great movie. So yeah, this is in the same vein of that, and it's way better than it should be.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is a roadmap of how you revitalize an old series for adults.
Mm-hmm. Yum. Love it. All right. The Valet on Hulu. Yeah, but it's all right.
Nope.
No.
Rom-com about a valet that falls in love with a star. It's about 2 hours long. It's about an hour too long. It's all right.
Yeah, sounds like Men.
All right.
Which is not a rom-com, but probably about 90 minutes too long.
The Bob's Burgers movie. Yes.
Nope.
No.
It's really good. It's a really fun movie. I dig it. All right, this is a big one. Top Gun Maverick. Yes.
Yes, multiple times.
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Second best IMAX experience of the year, behind Avatar.
I probably would have if it was 3D.
It would have been cool in 3D, but no. Yeah.
Yeah, it's top 5 movie of the year for me.
It's so corny, but I don't care. It's such a action, and it's so thrilling, and cinematography is top damn notch. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's so much fun. It's like one of those movies. They say, "Oh, you gotta see it in the theaters." No, this one you have to see in the theaters. You really need to.
Yep. It was great.
And just edge of my seat the whole time, and damn it, you gotta give crap to Tom Cruise, but damn it, he delivers. All right. I'm just going on the list. Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, that's stupid. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay parts, but the parts weren't enough to make it whole, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Father of the Bride remake on HBO Max. Yes.
Nope.
I didn't.
It's actually pretty good. It's a Hispanic twist on it, and it works.
Okay.
Lightyear, we all talked about already, or kind of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it.
All right. Cha-Cha Real Smooth. You guys watch that? No.
Nope.
No.
I've never even heard of that.
Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Yes.
No.
No.
It somehow works, and Michael Judge knows how to make a really funny movie about two really stupid characters, and it works so well. I think it's better than the first one, actually. And the first Do America was a lot of fun, and yeah, the new show is great too. It's so stupid, but it's so funny. It works so well. It would have been cool in 3D. That kind of animation style. All right. Black Phone. No.
No.
No, but I wanted to, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Elvis. Yes.
Nope. But it's another one I wanted to see, but we had some family drama.
All right, John.
No, I mean, I heard good things about the performances. I've heard mixed things about the film, to be honest with you.
All right, I love Elvis, especially Austin Butler. He is dead on, 100% Elvis, and he sings all the songs, and he nails it. Tom Hanks is really weird, but it's whatever from him.
Well, Colonel was really weird.
Yeah, he's playing a really weird guy, yeah.
The movie itself is really funny, or really well done, and some of the cinematography is iffy, and some of the songs they mix into hip hop, which is iffy. But I still really liked it. It's just a little bit long. It's like 3 hours.
Oh well, that's not helping my.
Yeah, in the days of COVID and coughers and I should talk. I cough.
All right, Marcel and the Shell with Shoes On. Nope.
No.
Not yet. It's on my list, but like I said, I had health drama, so.
It looks cool. It looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Minions Rise of Gru, yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Better than I thought. Not terrible. It has some fun things into it. Thor: Love and Thunder, yeah.
Yeah, we seen it.
Yeah.
Miss Harris Goes to Paris, no.
Not yet. It's on my list.
Paws of Fury, Legend of Hanks, yes.
No.
No, it's not. No, and it's not on my list.
Yeah, I really hate this movie. It's trying to be too cute by half, and it's just a drag, and it's not funny. It's so stupid and asinine. It is bottom of the barrel. It is really bad. It's worse than it looks, and it looks terrible. So yeah, I hated this. It would have been cool in 3D, but yeah, I hated this movie so much. Yeah, it's just grating. That's the best word to describe it, grating, because they like to use the catchphrases, and it's just not funny the third time they use, oh my, stop it. Sorry. I did that for the patrons, and yeah. Were the Crawdads Sing? No.
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 Very popular novel. I know that, but I did not see the movie.
The Gray Man. Yeah, it's all right. John?
No, I didn't. It was on my list, but I did not get to that yet.
Jake?
Uh-uh.
It has a ton of action, but like it just doesn't resonate because I don't care, and like, yeah, it just doesn't work for me at all.
Yeah, I know they're popular novels, but I don't know if was it Jack Carr? I guess I think wrote them, but or is that the character? I'm not sure, but I don't know if they live up to those books or not.
Yeah, it's just trying too hard, and I just don't care. It felt long, and I was like, I'm at home watching it on Netflix, and it felt long, and yeah, no. It just it's weird because like it all makes sense, the action and lots of great characters, Gosling, and but it just doesn't work. All right, nope, I didn't see that.
Yep.
It's behind me, waiting to go into my player. I was going to do it last night and then got onto something else. But yeah, I'm going to watch that.
How was it, Jake?
It was good. It was really good. You'll never believe that inflatables can be so scary.
Okay. DC League of Super Pets. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Wish it was 3D.
Yeah, definitely. This definitely should have been 3D. It's fun. It's fun for what it is. It's still pretty basic kids movie, but it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Bodies.
Yeah, once I got over all the changes they made to the characters, I went with it and enjoyed it.
Bodies. Nope.
It's on my list.
Yeah, same, but I haven't seen it.
Bullet Train. Yes, love it.
Yes.
Yep, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been great in 3D.
It would have been good 3D. It was bright, had a lot of action, could have had a lot of pop outs and depth, especially, on the outside of the train and stuff would have been really good. But
a lot of fun. Good, fun movie. Luck, yes, on Apple TV. Yeah?
No.
Beautiful animation, really sweet story. Absolutely would have been gorgeous in 3D. Really sweet-natured movie about luck, and it seems really superficial, but they really get into the deep end. And it's one of those movies that the character fails, and it's like, oh crap, and she fails so badly, and they have to deal with the aftermath, and it really is interesting. And I really loved it. It's gorgeous, and it is absolutely would have been amazing in 3D. Prey. No.
Yes.
Yep. How was it?
Should have been in a theater. Great movie.
Uh-huh.
Would have been great in 3D?
Yep.
Or no?
Probably not great. They would have had some stuff.
They would have probably shot it different if they were intending it for 3D.
Yeah. The quality though of the story to do a prequel like they did to Predator, it was in the time they used, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Beast. Nope.
No.
Heard bad. Line looked bad. Dragon Ball Superhero.
Nope.
I did not.
Orphan First Kill. Nope. Invitation. Nope. 3,000 Years of Longing. Nope. I'm interested though.
Yeah, it's on my list. It just went in a blink.
All right. Spider-Man No Way Home More Fun Edition. Yes. Loved it.
Yes.
No, I did not.
I like the new stuff. It adds it to it. What do you think?
Yeah. Yep.
Disney Plus's Pinocchio. Yes.
No, not that one.
Nope.
It's awful. And
I read that, but I didn't see it.
It tries so hard to be sweet natured, and like it's trying too hard, and it would have been great in 3D. There's like a scene in the beginning of it with Tom Hanks and like all the clocks coming out, and every single clock is an Easter egg of a Disney movie, and I was like, stop it. And it just doesn't work, and it just the CG is all over the place, and it's stupid. It's just bad.
Mm-hmm.
The Barbarian? No.
Yes.
How was that?
I didn't see it in the theater, but I think I watched it on HBO Max. I think it's pretty good actually. It's kind of a bizarre horror story. But yeah, I'd recommend it. It doesn't go where you think it's going to go. At least I didn't. So yeah, recommend.
All right. Brahmastra, we talked about that already.
Yep.
The Woman King seemed interesting, but no.
No.
No, did not.
Avatar re-release? Yeah, I've seen it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't Worry, Darling? No.
No. I'll eventually see it.
Advil, the story of Advil?
Nope.
Blondie? No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Bros? Nope.
Nope.
Hocus Pocus
No.
2? Yes. I like it.
Nope.
No.
Smile? Nope.
Nope. I've heard good
Nope.
things about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
I have. Yeah, I have not.
Spirit Halloween the movie? Nope.
Yes, and it's terrible.
Tell me why. Come on.
It's just cliche after cliche after cliche. It's a cash grab. I mean, duh, it's Spirit Halloween. And it's PG.
Oh. I mean, it's a good premise.
It might have been able to be a movie, but that was decent, but it was not.
Amsterdam. I was interested in it, but never got around to seeing it.
Yeah, it kind of faded before I had the chance to check it out.
Yeah, I was really interested and didn't get to, and after it came out, I read mostly bad things about it, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Lyle Lyle Crocodile. Nope.
Nope.
John?
No.
Hellraiser. Nope.
Nope.
No. I heard positive things, but I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween Ends. Nope.
Nope.
No, that was very mixed opinions out in the street with that. I will get to see this, though. I was waiting for this all to come out because I kind of want to watch this trilogy of Jamie Lee Curtis back in Halloween to see it, but I didn't see it yet.
VHS 99.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Black Adam. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Not bad. It's a pretty cliche superhero movie, and it's not terrible, but it's not great.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Its biggest problem is it took so long to come out, and it didn't live up to overbuilt up expectations.
Yeah, they had characters in there that most people aren't going to know unless you're kind of have history in DC Comics, and I think that doesn't help.
Definitely would have looked great in 3D.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes. Yeah, that was a major disappointment.
Yeah,
Yep.
so many scenes that, like, oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was obviously shot with the intention of converting, and they didn't.
And the dark scenes were even perfectly lit, so it's like, it would have worked. It would have worked so well.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Ticket to Paradise. Nope.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
All right. Pray for the Devil. Nope.
Nope.
Hey, talking about your list there, you went past one I have to speak up about. Can I do that?
Go for it.
One of my top 5 of the year, maybe top 3, The Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh,
did you guys see that?
No, never heard of it.
Oh, didn't play here.
I mean,
Not near me.
I didn't see it in the theater. I've seen it on HBO with Colin Farrell. Same guys who did In Bruges, if you've seen that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, one of my Colin Farrell, he won a Golden Globe for it. He's going to probably get nominated for Oscar, I would guess.
Yeah.
One of my top 3 movies of the year.
Oh,
Just
wow.
Great dark comedy. Just great. A great film. So I highly recommend it.
Oh, cool.
Thanks for the tip. I'll definitely check that out when I get a chance.
Yeah, it's on streaming now for sure.
Yeah.
Armageddon Time? No.
No.
Mm-mm.
The State? No.
No.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio? Yes.
Yes, I did see that.
I haven't yet.
It's so depressing, isn't it? But it's so good.
It's depressing good at the same time. And Banshees of Inisherin is kind of the same way. It's depressing in moments, but the dialogue's outstanding in that movie. But Pinocchio is just a wonder to watch. The stop motion is just beautiful. It's just so beautiful to watch it.
Yeah.
And you forgot one of the biggest, most important motion pictures in the history of motion pictures. Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
I was going to go back to it. Yeah, Weird is great. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a ridiculous fake documentary, and once you realize it's a fake documentary, it works so well.
It's even funnier. This is like the best rockumentary since the Ruddles movie.
Yeah. John, you've seen this or no?
No, it's on another one. It's on my list. I haven't seen it yet, but everyone who's seen it has said it's great that I've talked to.
Just to be in the right frame of mind, because if you take this seriously, you can be like, "This is weird," but it's hilarious.
Oh, not to spoil anything, but there's a prop in the movie. It's a Weird Al. I'm not going to say what the prop is, but he put it in his backyard just to see how long it would take his wife to notice. And then when she finally noticed, she completely freaked out.
Going back to Pinocchio real quick, it is such a, it's so hard. It's the movie about death, and I kind of feel like it should be like PG-13. I don't know about you, John, because it's so.
Yeah. Well, that's where the depressing part comes in. Yeah, big time. And I think if the stop motion, the animation wasn't so beautiful, you would be hard to sit through maybe, because it is slow at times, but it's really I recommend it. It's good. It's a good watch.
Jake, do you know about this movie or no? Pinocchio?
Didn't see it.
It's set in fascist Italy during World War II.
Yeah, it's typical Guillermo del Toro, his style.
All right, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Yes, like it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw it.
Fablemans, no, but heard good.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
Top 5, top 3, probably one of Spielberg's best in a long, long time, in my opinion. Basically, his life from 6 to 18, story of his life. He wrote it with another guy, and the fun part is you kind of see him becoming a filmmaker, and that's kind of neat to watch him making some of his what were they, 60 millimeter films or whatever. But you see the family dynamic and what he went through as a child, and you can see how that has affected, Close Encounters, E.T., and all of that stuff. Paul Dano's in it. Michelle Williams is great in it. Judd Hirsch. Who else is in it? What's his name? The comedian Seth Rogen, believe it or not, is really good in it. And the kid who plays Spielberg is great. But yeah, no, go. I think it comes out on disc next month. I'm not sure when it hits streaming, but high recommend. It's really good. I went one afternoon and I was like the youngest person in the theater. So I don't think it's going to make any money or didn't make any money, but it's really great.
Spirited? Yes.
Yes, I saw that.
John?
Nope, I didn't.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it's you know what? It's a unique take on the Christmas Carol. If you don't like musicals, you won't like it. But there's some fun songs, and Farrell and Reynolds are great together.
It's so meta. It's so meta.
Yeah, it is. I recommend it. It's definitely something I would watch during the Christmas season again.
So, Jake, this is a movie about the ghosts of Christmas past talking, and it's a job where they're trying to convert people that are Scrooges so that way they could be good in their job. High concept.
Yeah. Sounds like an awesome premise.
It is. It's high concept as hell.
The Good Afternoon song is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never gonna think of Good Afternoon without the same way after that song.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's great. It's great. I mean, it's predictable. It's not like it's some brilliant story in that regard, but it's good. Yeah, it's really good.
It could have been cool in 3D.
Yeah, it could have been actually. You're right, but I mean, I didn't realize it was out in theaters at all. I only saw it on Apple. I think it was Apple Plus or something.
Yeah. I think they had a limited run just for the hell of it, But yeah. Christmas Story Christmas, HBO Max. Yes!
No, I did not see that.
Nope.
A worthy sequel to the Christmas Story and told in the 70s with most actors coming back and recaptures a lot of the magic. Really funny. Really enjoyable. Yes. Definitely recommend. Not a 3D movie at all, but definitely recommend as a good holiday movie.
Okay.
Disenchanted, Disney Plus. No.
Nope.
Slumberland, Netflix. Nope.
Nope.
No, the menus on there is a movie I want to see. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I've heard very good things about that.
Yeah, I haven't got around to it either.
Bones and All. No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Glass Onion, Knives Out. Hell yeah.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, good.
I had to change my screening 3 times before I got to see it. I was so pissed.
I still like the first one better, but I really enjoyed it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know, but it might have been cool in 3D, but not really.
What really made it so awesome to me is because all the Andrew Tate crap and Dave Bautista, his little take on the whole Andrew Tate type of thing.
It's quite timely, which is
And
weird.
and Edward Norton is absolutely brilliant as the kind of the dumbass genius.
Yeah, he's really
tech
good
guy.
at it.
Yeah, he's totally a Musk. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Strange World. We talked about that already.
Yeah, we seen it.
It's not. I don't think it's terrible, but it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll watch again. Violent Night. No, but I wanted to.
Yes.
How was that?
Incredible.
Yeah, I've heard another one where everyone sees it says it's great, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and almost as good as the movie was the trailer for Cocaine Bear in front of it.
Would that have been cool in 3D? Violent Night.
Yeah, it could have been really cool in 3D.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Roderick Rules. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Emancipation with Will Smith. Nope.
Nope.
No, I think I got pushed back. It never released.
I think maybe it was directed at Apple Plus, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it got pushed back or was just really limited because of his the slap heard around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Nope.
Look good. It's a gay,
you know what? Those trailer does look good, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, it's a gay rom-com starring Jim Parsons. Looks fun.
Yeah, I like him, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Father Stew.
Nope.
No, it's actually on my list to watch on Netflix, but I haven't seen it yet. I think they re-released it because of he plays a guy Christian background in Christmas time. I think is why they did it.
Christmas Bloody Christmas.
Nope.
No.
Matilda the Musical. Nope.
No.
The Whale. Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet on my list, but it hasn't shown around here. Probably won't get in the theater around here, but he looks awesome in it.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar: Way of Water, of course, we all have.
Oh, and I guess since I've missed so many movies, I should mention my Walk of Shame one that I saw.
What's that?
The mean one. And boy, did I feel like a walk of shame coming out of the theater after seeing it. It's bad.
The mean one?
It's a slasher ripoff of The Grinch.
Oh, seriously? Oh my!
Yeah,
Were
and
you
it is bad, and it is bad. It is bad as Violent Night is good.
were you the only one in the theater?
Yeah, not only was I the only one in the theater, I was the only one in the entire complex, customer-wise.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I was like, and Regal's not shutting this theater down, and they were like, yeah, we can't believe we still have jobs.
Oh my word!
I mean, and then they asked me how the mean one was, and I said it sucked.
All right. Puss in Boots. Yeah, I've seen it, but y'all haven't.
Yeah, I
Babylon.
want to.
Babylon. No.
Haven't seen it yet.
No,
Mainly, it's not playing near me.
no, I haven't either. And another one that had high hopes, and the
And
reviews
it's
just
3
haven't.
hours, and it's 3 hours long. So,
Yeah.
and they're only late showing. So it's like not only do I have to travel far distance, I have to do it late at night.
Whitney Houston's The Wanna Dance with Somebody? Nope.
Nope.
No.
Man Called Otto? Nope.
Nope.
No.
All right, that's all not all the movies. There's probably like 50 that we've missed, but a lot of the bigger name ones. So let's also talk about some TV shows that came out this year. Some of them might be interesting. So did you guys watch, not Ghost Dad. Damn it. My brain no work. Obi-Wan Kenobi, no.
Nope.
Yes.
How was that?
Enjoyed it. Great to see McGregor back in the role. Probably not my most favorite Star Wars show at this point, but worth watching for sure. I enjoyed it.
Willow TV show? No.
No.
No, I did not.
Lord of the Rings of Power? Nope.
No.
First 2 or 3 episodes. I haven't gone back to it, so.
Moon Knight? Yes.
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 I like it. It's confusing, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Oscar Isaacs, I thought was great in the dual role.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. I have no idea how it connects to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I don't care.
I love that character though. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. And I like that they kind of removed him out of the. Seems like so many people who write Moon Knight want to make him Batman.
yes,
And he's not Batman.
The Sandman season 1? No.
no.
Saw one episode.
You like it?
Yeah. I just haven't been in the mood.
Stranger Things season 4, which became super duper popular, and it's like one of the biggest TV shows of the year. Yeah, I dig it.
And congratulations to Kate Bush finally getting her due.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, I just remember when she hit the scene and all these people, they were just trash talking her because it's like a woman can't be blah, blah, blah. And I'm like going, damn. So I think she's so awesome that when people say who's the best member of Pink Floyd, I go David Gilmour because he's who introduced the world to Kate Bush.
Vikings of Valhalla season 1? No.
No.
Going through the list. I don't see it here, but I know it came out last year. She-Hulk. Yes, I like it.
Yes.
2 or 3 episodes, and then I didn't go back.
It has a lot of connections to the MCU, unlike Moon Knight. I dig it. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
John, you didn't like it? You didn't dig it?
No, I don't know. Maybe I'm setting a pattern for myself because I didn't care for Love and Thunder either. I'm just not looking for the comedic side of that stuff. Doesn't mean that it's wrong or bad. Just wasn't my cup of tea. And there was other stuff to watch, so I just didn't go back to it. You know.
Miss Marvel, yes, I like that a lot.
I did not see that.
Yeah, I felt like it kind of got super serious in the middle, but it was good.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people weren't prepared to hear about the partition.
Yeah, which is something that's affected countless millions of people.
Yeah, and there's a whole lot of terrorism in the world, and there's a whole bunch of crap because of it, and you would die to know how much around the world that type of crap has happened and is still unresolved.
Yeah. All right. Any movies or TV shows that flopped that you were surprised that flopped?
No, but the one you didn't mention that I think was the best thing I watched all year was Andor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought Andor was outstanding, and if you start it, I will give you the first 2 episodes are a little slow, but once you get to the third, it just rolls from there. Diego Luna's great. Andy Serkis is great and actually plays Andy Serkis opposed to playing a character in, stop motion type thing, or computer generated. Andor is great, and I cannot wait for season 2. Cannot wait. Probably the best thing I saw on TV this year.
Cool. I heard it's depressing though.
Well, I mean, you're living in a world of Star Wars that the Empire is taking over and the rebellion is really beginning, and people are fighting back and having to hide themselves to fight back, because if they don't, they'll die. So you're seeing like pre-Rogue One. You're seeing Andor become the person you see in Rogue One, and it's really good. It's Tony Gilroy, who did the first Bourne movie and maybe the second, but he wrote all of it, and his writing's really sharp. It's really good.
Okay.
Sounds like definitely one I gotta make time for.
Yeah, it's a commitment, no doubt. But I think, and again, don't at the end of the second episode, don't think, John's an idiot. You can think that for other reasons, but not for Andor. And
yeah,
if you make it to the end of the third and you're not like, hey, this is getting pretty good, I'll be shocked.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the question: movies that flopped that probably shouldn't have. Honestly, I don't think that Black Adam should have flopped like it did. I thought it would be better than it did, and that's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was better than its box office return.
Yeah, I think the real reason it flopped is because everybody got used to seeing Warner Brothers stuff at home.
Yeah, I guess it was the fatigue and maybe I don't know.
And movie ticket prices are just so damn high.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a comic book movie with no background and no tie-in right now, it's got to be pretty good, I think, to succeed. And I think you even saw that with Marvel. I mean, their movies, their standalones, Eternal, Shang-Chi. I mean, they weren't flops like Black Adams, but they weren't blockbuster hits.
Yeah.
So it's, people are being between, returning to theaters for COVID and dollar and inflation and how much theater costs. You really got to give people a reason to come. And I think that's what Cameron and Cruise did better than anybody this year. They made films that you couldn't watch at home and appreciate. You had to go to the theater to appreciate them. So,
and you were willing to shell out the money because a couple people at a movie theater with concessions can easily be $50.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think the second time I saw Maverick, I took, my wife and I think it was my 2 daughters, and it was almost $100 to go to IMAX.
Yeah.
For the four of us.
Damn, that's cheap.
Oh, it's not for me.
No, that's cheap for IMAX here.
Oh my!
And it's not even real IMAX. That's what pisses me off.
Well,
it's
true.
like FOMAX. I mean, And the theaters are like 20 years old without remodeling.
Any movies? I'm surprised that Wakanda Forever didn't do better, because it usually, the last one did a lot better, but it still did really well.
Well, I know a lot of people didn't go because they just didn't want to see it without Chadwick Boseman. They just did not.
Mm-hmm.
They just couldn't bring themselves to watch it.
Yeah, the only thing that ruined that movie for me was, and I think I talked about when we reviewed it, was the part in the middle with Ironheart just felt needless.
She shouldn't have been in the movie.
Yeah, and a setup for something down the road that just doesn't work.
Oh, that's one of the things that killed a lot, to me, hurt a lot of Phase 4 movies. It was obviously they were elements that were meant for other movies, and because of just the situation, they got shoehorned into other movies.
Yeah,
and I felt Ironheart was that. I also think a lot of the stuff they threw in with Everett and his wife was probably meant for the Captain America and the Winters would have belonged in there more than it would have belonged in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, and you know what? That's one of the reasons I think Shang-Chi was so good, because it really didn't do that.
Exactly.
They had their little bit at the end, but for the most part, it didn't worry about other Marvel stuff. It was establishing that character in the background in the world.
But I also thought they missed a lot of opportunities, because a lot of stuff in Shang-Chi should have been mentioned in other, like the Eternals. There should have been Shang-Chi mentions in the Eternals, and there weren't any. Agreed.
I'm surprised The Gray Man on Netflix was such a huge hit. It's so mediocre to me. It was like the top thing. Everyone's got to watch The Gray Man when it came out, and people were like, "Oh, this is the biggest Netflix ever." And any hit that you thought were surprised that it was a hit and probably shouldn't have been a hit?
Other than Minions, not really.
Yeah. Going to the Gray Man conversation, I think a lot of this stuff. I mean, did you see there's a trailer out now for Netflix, their releases for the rest of the year, and it boggles my mind how they're paying for all this stuff. And Gray Man's a good example. I mean, big stars, big budgets, and I don't know how they judge how do they get a return on that? Are new people signing up to Netflix because of the Gray Man? I just find it hard to believe.
Yeah, they paid was it $450 million or something to get the Glass Onion movie, which is like, okay, it's a great movie, I love it, but damn, and it's a big hit, cool, but that's a lot of money for
it's crazy.
And they didn't keep it in theaters long enough.
No,
they would have made money hand over fist, because like I said, the screening, I had to change my tickets 3 times. First is because of Strange World's 3D thing. They decided to only have one 3D screening of Strange World, and then they decided to do that on a Saturday. Which is when I got the same time I was going to go see Glass Onion. God, I was pissed. So I had to change my ticket. And they didn't announce it until after the Friday screenings were over, so I missed it on Friday. So, it was just a pain. And then they oversold tickets another time, and I was like, there's no way I'm sitting next to somebody. But then I still wound up in a packed theater. Finally, when I saw Glass Onion, I'm like going, I hope I don't die.
All right, where were some honorable mentions / surprises that you weren't expecting to like as much? For me, definitely The Bad Guys, and definitely Chip 'n Dale's. Jake?
Yeah, Chip 'n Dale's. Violent Night, I didn't think it would be as good as it was.
John?
I was thrilled this year to love movies that weren't popcorn IMAX movies, from The Northman to I'm trying to think of Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's a great movie. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Banshees of Inisherin. Fablemans. These are all original concepts and just like one-shot movies. You got 2 to 3 hours, depending on the film, of just originality and just awesome filmmaking, and you're not worried about setting up a movie for 10 years down the road. And I love those, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a welcome change from franchise filmmaking.
Yeah, and then you had the Top Gun Maverick that I loved, and you had Andor on TV you loved. It was a great year, and there's some awesome stuff coming out this year, this summer. So yeah, there's great stuff out there. You just have to be willing to try something different. I think that's where the theaters kind of fail in getting people back, is like, try something different. It's worth it. I don't know if they do coupon or something. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Well, the prices are the big. I mean, $8 for a soda, please.
Yep.
All right, best and worst 2D only movie. Best movie, I guess maybe The Batman for me. And worst movie, I guess Disney Pinocchio. John?
Okay.
Oh man, are you saying not 3D? You're saying?
Yeah, just 2D only movie.
2D only. I'd probably go with Top Gun Maverick. Although I'm with you, I love Batman. But Top Gun Maverick, I really loved. And probably the best, like I said, the best theater experience other than Avatar. Man, my worst. Did it come out this? No, it didn't come out this year. I don't know. I got to take a pass. Nothing jumps to my mind that I hated, to be honest with you. I didn't see that Pinocchio you're talking about. Yeah, I'll pass on it. I tend to be pretty good at judging what I don't think I'll like, so I don't watch it.
All right, Jake. Best and worst 2D.
Oh, best, I would say Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It was just such a joy to watch. And worst would be The Mean One, because it was just wasn't funny. It wasn't clever. It was just dumb.
Yeah, I'll go back. It might be Moonfall. For some reason, for some reason, I talked myself into thinking it could actually be good, and I was wrong.
All right.
Go
ahead.
It could have been awesomely bad, like Hurricane Heist was a few years ago.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Like I watched this movie Geostorm. You guys ever see that?
Yeah. Oh God, yes, I love that movie. It's like one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Like, so I got it on Blu-ray just for the 3D.
The 3D. Yeah, I saw this in the theater. And I'm the guys from the podcast. They tell people to go around and scream Geostorm, and I've been known to do that on occasion.
That's kind of like Moonfall, where you're going, you know it's going to be bad, but you really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But Moonfall I didn't. Where Geostorm I loved. Mm-hmm. Did you guys ever see Greenland with Gerald Butler?
Mm-mm.
I might have.
That's End of the World. I think it came out in 2021, I think. But it's like a realistic comet hit the Earth thing. It's really good. I recommend for that. But yeah, Moonfall last year. Oof, that's topping my don't watch list.
All right. Worst movie, Jake?
The Mean One.
Oh yeah, okay. Best and worst 2D streaming only movie. Best streaming only movie. I guess Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio for me. And hell, why not? Go for it. Both Pinocchios are the best and worst.
Best would be Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Worst, I managed to dodge that bullet this year.
Okay.
Yeah, the best streaming only for me probably was Prey on Hulu, the Predator prequel. That's really good. Yeah, I don't know if I saw anything. I might have dodged it as well.
All right. Best and worst 3D movie itself. That's pretty easy to do since we have the list. I mean, I guess the best overall 3D definitely Avatar: Way of Water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Duh.
agreed.
But
Hmm.
best overall movie that was 3D. I mean, I'm not going to count Dawn of the Dead and Jaws because they weren't intentionally made for 3D. They just kind of got converted. But I'll say Puss in Boots is the best overall movie and that released that was 3D. All right, y'all, the worst 3D overall movie.
I would, if I had to pick worst, I would say Strange World.
Okay. Oh, I guess
Best and
Minions.
best, I would. Well, I dodged that bullet. I refused to watch it.
Yeah, my best was probably Avatar. Because I think of all the stuff I saw in 3D since we're taking Jaws out of it, and that's probably the best experience. For strictly 3D speaking, yeah, it's not an awful movie, but Jurassic World was a big disappointment.
Yeah,
And the 3D certainly
definitely.
wasn't anything to write home about.
Yeah.
All right, I take that back. Love and Thunder. That's it. Love and Thunder for me. That movie was a huge disappointment. Take it back. That's it.
All right, worst 3D. I don't think any of them were bad. So it's just kind of like, not great, but not terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, there was nothing that was like cardboard cut out. Nothing that looked like a German conversion.
Right. No.
Any standout scenes? Spoilers are fine that 3D wise you want to really remember. The black and white scene in Thor was gorgeous in 3D.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yep.
I guess when Avatar: Way in Water, where they're trying to save everyone that's underwater, and like they're trying to go into the water, the bubbles and the lights. That's beautiful in 3D.
Yeah.
I don't know what else top of my head. John, do you have any like best memories of specific scenes in 3D?
Yeah, Avatar has a ton of them, for sure. They actually in Dominion, Jurassic World, the chase scene on the buildings and stuff with the Velociraptors.
Oh yeah.
I remember that being really good. Lots of depth and action. That was really good. Doctor Strange had some great
The music note scene, that was fun.
great stuff. Yeah, the music note
Yeah.
scene, 3D was really good in Doctor Strange.
And the deaths. Oh, when Wanda goes.
Yes, yeah.
It's like
Dawn of the Dead, you mentioned this in the review, but like when they were like sliding down the rails of the escalator and they just kind of pop out,
yep.
it just works so well.
Yep.
And like it shouldn't work, but it does.
Yeah.
Any other scenes? I mean, there's some underwater stuff in Wakanda Forever that was kind of cool, but for the most part, it's so dark. It's kind of hard,
Yeah. And it had the misfortune of being released around Avatar, and also having Avatar trailers before it.
Yeah, that doesn't help. That doesn't help anybody.
Yep.
I guess a big surprise was Lightyear being a flop and people not liking it. Okay. I don't know any other standout specific scenes I could remember top of my head, 3D wise. Okay. Movies that were 2D only that should have been 3D. We kind of mentioned them as we went along, but Fantastic Beasts definitely, Sonic 2 definitely, DC Super Pets definitely.
And I think Violent Night could have been very nice in 3D, but it also is fine without it.
Black Adam definitely.
Yeah, definitely Black Adam.
Okay. All right, I don't have the Blu-rays. John, you have all the 3D Blu-rays. What's the best and worst 3D Blu-rays?
New ones or just anything?
Whatever released in 2022.
Probably the best is probably Doctor Strange. Was probably the best thing I've seen released. The releases are just really limited now. Shang-Chi was really good, but that was in 2022. So it's challenging because if you're looking at Marvel, they're only released in Japan right now. So if a movie is released in the United States, in February, you might not get the disc for the 3D until like May or June, depending on the release. Jurassic World Dominion is okay. But probably the best is Doctor Strange this year. Thor was okay, but Doctor Strange is the way to go. I'm hopeful that Avatar gets one next year, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with that because I guess the home distribution is through Disney, and yeah, they've stopped everything in the States, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Which Blu-ray had the best special features, I guess?
Oh man, those have cut back like crazy too. And I don't watch as many of those as I used to. I think a lot of what you're looking at is, picture quality has just gotten so good. We talked about earlier about like that Downton Abbey movie. It's just gorgeous. The colors are just so vibrant. And the other thing that's really neat is some of these older movies that are being released. The Godfather trilogy came out this past year in 4K, and it looks incredible. And I was not a Godfather fan. I bought them and actually watched them for the first time. And it's really neat to see that stuff. But unfortunately, it's like we talked about at the theater. You can only get so much. Your wallet only goes so far, and the prices don't decrease.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But there's no doubt to me, somebody who watches a lot of 4K discs, if you want picture quality, streaming is not the way to get it. The disc is the way to get it because there's huge difference in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
Now, I was super surprised how gorgeous Pinocchio is on Netflix. It is so pretty.
Yeah, there's a great example. Like, it's so disappointing to me for that and The Glass Onion that I'm only going to be able to watch it on Netflix for the rest of my life, assuming that they don't lose the rights or stop it or whatever they can do. It could just go away. Would love to be able to buy those discs and have them at home to watch anytime I wanted. But it doesn't seem like we're going to get that option.
Because like Pinocchio is just, it's so rich, the colors and everything is actually exists, right? It's all stop motion. So it's just, the texture detail is incredible. And like, I just watched it on my iPad. I wasn't like watching it on a 4K thing. So it was just like, this is beautiful. It's like, oh my God. It's just how much they got. Everything looks exactly as it should. Like the buildings look perfect. Like it should be. Yeah.
Like Bullet Train looks incredible in 4K disc. It's so bright in the neon colors and it's just awesome. And I think we said it before, that movie in 3D would have been spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Strange World looked cool. It's not a great movie, but it definitely has some interesting visuals. Might be the best part of it.
I wish the theater I saw it in didn't have the bulb turned up too bright.
Now, Jake, you could probably say this, but didn't Brahmastra have like gorgeous visuals too?
Uh-huh. It was absolutely gorgeous.
All right. Any music?
Yeah, I really want to revisit that movie in 3D again.
All right. Well, it's getting late, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap up. Thank y'all for listening. Bye.
Bye.
See you, everybody.
Before this podcast wraps up, I want to thank my patrons. Thank you, Kano3D, MK Ultra, Kevin Winter, Alex Folk, and Gravity Head Zero for your financial support on Patreon.com. You can find 3D or 2D on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, and more. Just look for 3D or 2D. Thank you for either listening or watching this podcast. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye.